organized the whole
This is going to be...
And she teaches at CUNY.
City College.
Yeah.
There you go.
With the arch.
Yes. There's that cool.
And this is a model of a potential redesign of 339 Lafayette, which people have called the Peace Pentagon. A changeable screen that people could post imagery on.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Days ago they presented, and this is more just an exhibition of their work.
Yes.
So
great.
We organized them according to certain ideas. Like here's the little
And this is the old
description of
WRL
this.
building.
Right,
Well,
it's going to have to be redone, so the idea was to try to bring some new blood into thinking about it. Isn't this gorgeous? The original building, 339, left there as a kind of remnant, and then with a new part built onto it that is the shape of a pentagon. So the people have called the building the Peace Pentagon. See, here's the 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I see.
Like
Pentagon.
But people have called the building the Peace Pentagon.
Okay, great.
So the idea is, okay, we'll take that name and make something more.
Who designed this? Who designed this?
I'm not sure.
Which one?
This one? Who designed this?
It's one of our first prize winners. Hi, I'm Maureen.
Hi.
But it's two people from France.
Office. We think that the whole notion of having having a building in such a central location has a value for the movement because
of course.
Yeah.
I see. So they're fighting that out now, trying to raise enough money
to build one of these proposals.
So, Dee Dee, what's going to be the primary function of this building? Meetings, offices,
what it is now, which is sustainable workspace for people working for peace.
Like War Resisters League?
Yes, but it doesn't really utilize that to promote their message, you know.
The Times Square effect.
Right, exactly. The Pentagon in D.C. tries to make war, and the people in this building try to make peace. So the idea was to kind of
play on that.
Tweak the
redefine, put a new spin on Pentagon.
A variance to actually, they could. I mean, they don't have it yet, but if they chose this design. And the other thing is, right now the building goes up only 4 stories. But there is a potential of going 2 more stories. They have air rights for 2 more stories. Intrepid that's down, you know, in Manhattan, with where all the military is, and to have a ship of peace was,
And how many entries did you get?
Over 170.
International.
Yeah.
My wife, Maureen Connor, won first prize in this competition, this architectural competition.
Get the big columns.
You know David Béar, the artist I was speaking to.
Wonderful billboard. I know a guy in the East Village that built a ship in his backyard.
But see, here's what the side elevation looks like. I love it because it competes with the Intrepid.
Let me show you something. Dee Dee, come here. This is a comic strip.
Yeah.
Adventures of Russian the people who read them, and it totally describes me because I'm totally into reading Russian books.
Oh,
right?
So have you read it? This
book? No, because I am,
maybe you should buy the book.
I'm living with Dostoevsky. I'm the person. But people who read them, Social crazy people.
It was, there were several of us on the jury, I think 8 in all, and the clear winner was the ship. But when they brought the news of the ship to the people who work in the building, everybody said, oh, we don't want to work in a rusty old ship. We want something more exciting. And they liked the Peace Pentagon, which was our second choice. So they also liked the tent. So they made it's 3 winners of the tent, the Pentagon, and the ship. But I still think the ship, if there was a ship there, every New York bus, those red double-decker buses, would come around and bring you to the peace ship. You know, it would have a certain cachet that
Of course, that's true, but it's hard to work for the people who
why?
work in the office.
It could be on the inside. It could be just as nice as the library, you know. Street in both directions.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
And up on the deck, it has a beautiful garden. And it just, to me, it was like really an imaginative...
That's a huge ship.
Yes. To build, and the idea was to bring those guys who take apart ships in Bangladesh and to make it this whole project with the guys from Bangladesh who know how to take apart ships, because the companies just leave them there, and it's because they don't want to pay the expenses of taking it apart.
And then discarded ships.
Yes.
Somebody has to put it together.
Yes.
I love that.
So they would use all these used ships, so it had a wonderful, it was called SOS. Has 3 purposes: an obsolete ocean liner as headquarters for the Peace Pentagon, literally almost a fish out of water, an imperiled but not yet sinking ship of fools, with passengers and crew still foolish enough to set a course towards social justice. I love it. Its building will direct attention to the values of the occupants. Just because it's a building like the Pentagon in D.C.